Hey, what's up guys? Matt Laidlaw here, coming to you from Laidlaw's Harley-Davidson. So I wanted to go over a question I get asked almost on a daily basis, and that is, what is the difference between a Street Glide Standard and a Street Glide Special? So I'm also going to be going over a Road Glide Special and a Road Glide Standard. You can pretty much apply these items that make up the difference between these two bikes to both models, the Road Glide and the Street Glide. So first, the biggest thing, go ahead and we'll swing around and look at the interfering here and look at the radios. All right guys, so this is the Street Glide Standard right here. So this is the FLHX. So as you can see, the FLHX has the smaller, the 4.3 inch screen. So on this screen, you do not have navigation and you do not have touch screen capabilities. You have to press the corresponding buttons next to the icons on the side of the screen. For the most part, when you're riding though, you're going to be using the joysticks to navigate through the infotainment system. Everything else, guys, is pretty much the same. You still have the voice command functionality. You still have your USB port here, so you can plug in your audio device, your iPod, your USB connector, and the music integrates right over via the media function on the radio there. And you also have a dual interfering on this. Here on the Special, if you want to come around here, on the Street Glide Special, you have the bigger 6.5 inch Boom Audio GT infotainment system. This has navigation in it. You also have touchscreen capabilities, much like an iPad or your iPhone. You can touch the screen. For the most part, when you're going down the road though, you're going to be using the joysticks on either side though. You have a glossy interfering as opposed to the dull interfering on there. In this model year, the 2017 model year, the suspension is identical. When the two models came out in 2014 and they released the Street Glide Special, the Street Glide Special had a coilover emulsion shock, so Harley-Davidson's premium ride shock that they classify it. So you had the advantage of a little bit better suspension on the Special, but in the 2017 model year, when they came out with the new suspension for all the touring bikes now have this upgraded suspension, the coilover spring in the back, and you also have the dual valve bending suspension in the front forks as well. So the other thing with the Special is you have ABS and you have security as standard options. You don't pay extra for those. They're embedded in the price that you pay for the bike. Now on a Street Glide Standard, you have to pay $795 upcharge if you want ABS, and you pay an extra $395 if you want the security option on there. So the way that this particular bike is outfitted is you have no ABS, you have no security, and I'll show you guys a shot of the price differences here. So if you can get a shot of that tag there. So a black one, and the black is the least expensive, $20,999. We live in California, so we have to pay a $200 California charge, so $21,199. And then the Street Glide Special, you pay $23,699. So a little more than $2,000 more for the Special. And again, you have ABS and you have security as standard options. So I'm sure it's different at every dealer, but here we sell probably about 15 to 20 Specials for every Standard we sell. A lot of our customers just feel like the extra $2,000 plus is a better value, and so they go with that. Let's go over real quick to the Road Glides, and I can show you. Oh, one more thing before I forget. And this is a difference. It's very subtle, but it is a difference, so I'll show you if you want to walk around to the front of the bikes. The Street Glide Standard has a chrome. They call this piece the lower fairing skirting. It's chrome on the Street Glide Standard. And on the Street Glide Special, you've got a color matched lower fairing skirting. So it's black. So you can see right here, if you want to look at this red one here, this is a Special. It's got a color matched lower fairing skirting. So yeah, that cosmetic difference, and then the interfering being gloss black are the two cosmetic differences, and then you got the fairing differences. Let's go over to the Road Glides here. So this is a Road Glide Standard, so pretty much the same thing, guys. You have the dull black interfering here. You have the smaller 4.3 inch screen. You have your USB connector in here. And then if you want to look at these two bikes, these two are specials here. So you have the bigger 6.5-inch boom audio infotainment system. Again, this has GPS, and you also have the touch screen capabilities and a larger viewable area on the screen as well. And again, the same differences between the ABS and security come standard on the special. $795 for ABS and $395 for security on the Road Glide standard. And the same thing with the lower fairing skirting as well on the front of the bikes. That lower fairing skirting is chrome on the standard, and it's color matched on the special. And the same suspension all across the board. That's for 2017 model year only in 14, 15, and 16. On the Street Glide, you had the Premium Ride rear emulsion shock, which had the hands tunable knob to tune the preload. Of course, there was no Road Glide in 2014. In 15 and 16, you had those same differences with the suspension, but in 17, there's no differences in the suspension at all. If I was able to help you guys out, click the like button, give me a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching.